Alright, we're in a bit of doodah here.
That's a good point. But maybe we could haggle.
Much to our audience for being with us today, and thanks for watching at home. And join Tonight, dozens killed and more than 100 injured, including an Australian, as fire tears through a Swiss resort. A mother's brave last act, saving her son before she sadly drowned at a mid-north coast beach. More than 100 prominent Australians back calls for a royal commission into the Bondi terror attack. Starting anew, the desperate plea to New South Wales drivers after a horror 2025 on our roads. And Usman Khawaja's impassioned message as he announces his retirement from international cricket.
This is NBN News with Tyson Cottrill.
Good evening. It began as a party to ring in the new year, but it's become one of Switzerland's worst tragedies, a fire tearing through a popular bar at a Swiss ski resort. Stories are emerging of the extreme lengths some went to get out alive, and they are the lucky ones. Tonight, at least 40 people are believed to be dead and hundreds more injured.
An orange flicker creeps along the ceiling, the first sign something is horribly wrong. Music pumping as the flames grow, spreading through the packed party.
You could see the orange, yellow, red.
It was 1:30 in the morning when the fire broke out. It wasn't long before Le Constellation Bar was engulfed.
I saw the fire inside the place, and a lot of people was screaming.
The venue at the upmarket Montanna ski resort is popular with teenagers. It was a young crowd crammed inside celebrating New Year's Eve. With 2 stories and only one narrow staircase to the exit, the race to get out was a disaster.
Everyone was banging on the windows and stopped screaming. It was like a horror movie.
People was walking on everybody, trying to escape, and I saw a lot of people on the floor.
Nathan was one of those trapped.
Je passais par une fenêtre, mais les fenêtres étaient bloquées.
We couldn't see because of the smoke, he says. I grabbed a table and tried to smash it against a window. Finally, I managed to kick the glass to get out.
Et on a vu le feu et on est directement remonté.
While 17-year-old Letitia says she found herself under 4 people who were burning. Some commentators have suggested this fire likely experienced a flashover effect where the flames became so large so quickly, seeking an oxygen source, it would have only left seconds to escape.
Les feux d'artifice un peu d'anniversaire qui font des flammes.
This witness claims he saw a woman lifted on someone's shoulders holding 2 bottles with flares close to the ceiling, and that a few moments later it was alight. A promotional video for the bar shows that champagne flares were a common spectacle. On one of the busiest party nights of the year, the emergency response was swift. 42 ambulances and 13 helicopters racing to the scene. This man, one of many, helping paramedics.
Everyone got together, everyone did what they could, all the nearby residences, restaurants, everyone who was still awake helped.
60 people were rushed to the main hospital in Sion. The others are being treated across various Swiss cities. Officials say a significant number are critical. France, Germany and Italy offering to help treat patients with severe burns. Outside hospitals, dozens of families are still desperately searching for loved ones, putting call-outs on social media for any information. Swiss President Guy Parmelin called the incident one of the worst tragedies that our country has experienced, and says flags will fly at half-mast for 5 days. Mourners gathering at growing memorials.
it's going to be hard to recover. It's unimaginable what happened.
It's very important from the family and friends of the victims to come here and to think. Young people praying there in front of the candle. It's very important.
So many young lives lost, Switzerland starting the new year deep in horror and grief. In Cron, Montana, Switzerland, Josh Bavis, NBN News.
A mother is tonight being remembered as a hero after saving her son from drowning at a beach on the mid-north coast. It comes after a horror start to the year on the water, 3 deaths in a 24-hour period.
Mel Austin's family wants the world to know she died a hero. The 45-year-old was out for a swim on New Year's Day at a Dunbogan beach on the mid-north coast. When her son was caught in a rip, Mel tried to help him, but got into trouble herself. Her husband Joel couldn't reach them both. Mel died, saving her child.
She had 2 young boys, and she did everything for them, and yeah, I don't know. It seems really surreal.
Joel telling 9 News his wife was a huge part of the Barara community and will be deeply missed by all. The family arrived on the mid-north coast yesterday for a holiday. 3 people have drowned at New South Wales beaches in the past 2 days, and there are fears tonight that number will grow. At Coogee, surf lifesavers with boats and water skis, joined by police divers, marine rescue, and the Westpac rescue helicopter. All trying to find Nepalese national Sushana Khadka, who was swept away. He and 2 mates headed out for a morning swim at 6 yesterday. Off-duty lifesavers and a police officer in uniform diving in. His friends rescued, but Sushana still hasn't been found.
Tragic for the first responders to have to witness that, and really tragic for the family, obviously, of the young gentleman.
Surf Lifesaving New South Wales have carried out more than 100 rescues since Christmas. They say all 3 confirmed deaths were preventable. Their message to the public tonight is clear. Adhere to all closures and keep a close eye on warnings. Search efforts tonight also continuing for a 14-year-old boy still missing after this boat overturned at Palm Beach on New Year's Eve. Bailey Kenzie, NBN News.
3 men have been rescued and treated for hypothermia after their boat capsized at Shoal Bay in Port Stephens. It's believed the vessel hit large waves while crossing the bar off Tomaree Headland at around 5 a.m. yesterday. It's been a busy 24 hours for emergency services in Port Stephens. Marine Rescue responding to a mayday call from a catamaran off Fingal Island just before midnight. The vessel was taking on water after running into rocks, but volunteers managed to escort the crew to safety. They docked in Shoal Bay by 3 a.m. The most pressing question of the summer of cricket was answered today when Usman Khawaja announced the SCG test will be his last. The 39-year-old veteran of 87 tests still has a fire in his belly, particularly when suggesting recent criticism of him had a racial element.
The arrival of Usman Khawaja's family at the SCG was a telltale sign of what was coming. Moments later, he confirmed his test career was drawing to a close.
I'm here to announce today that I'll be retiring from all international cricket.
The curtain coming down on a cricketing trailblazer, brought to this country by his parents aged 5.
I hope I repaid your sacrifice in leaving everything behind in Pakistan to come to Australia to give us kids a better life.
Now he has a young family of his own. Passionate on and off the field, that was on show today as he addressed criticism of his decision to play golf in the 3 days leading up to the first Ashes test, in which he then suffered back spasms.
Everyone came at me about my preparation, and it was quite personal in terms of he's not committed to the team. He was only worried about himself. He played this golf comp the day before. These are the same stereotypes, the racial stereotypes I've grown up with my whole life. I can give you even more probably responses of guys who've had 15 schooners the night before and then gotten injured. No one said a word. That's all right. They're just being Aussie larrikins, right? They're just being lads. But when I get injured, everyone went at my credibility and who I am as a person. People are like, okay, Uzi's here. He's playing the race card again. I go, yeah. But don't gaslight me.
It was part of a deep reflection. For close to an hour, Khawaja spoke about his religion and, of course, cricket. Dropped and recalled 8 times across his career. He's 15th on Australia's all-time Test run scorer list.
I'm a proud Muslim coloured boy from Pakistan who was told that he would never play for the Australian cricket team. Look at me now.
He made the decision to retire in Adelaide a fortnight ago and told teammates this morning.
I didn't think I'd get emotional, but yeah, I teared up straight away.
Now there'll be more family time and a career in broadcasting awaits. He had his work cut out when he combined the two today.
Is Daddy the best?
No.
What? Mummy the best?
Yeah.
Ah, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
I love Daddy.
You love Daddy. Thank you, honey. I love you too.
But before he heads into retirement, Khawaja will play one last Test match, 15 years on from his debut and just down the road from where he grew up.
How significant is it for you to be able to close your career here in Sydney?
No, it's significant. As I said, I grew up literally up the road, stone's throw away. We couldn't afford tickets to come down at the SCG when I was younger, so I used to wait till the end when they opened the gates. I watched cricket. I love cricket. SCG holds such a special place in my heart. I think the fairy tale's already done. Obviously, I'd love to win the game, but the fairy tale's signed, sealed and delivered.
Sam Jordan, NBN News.
A teenager charged with attempted murder has been released on bail. A 17-year-old allegedly led police on a chase in a Porsche that crashed on a golf course at Guildford in Sydney's West on Monday night. Officers allegedly found a gun in the car and say the teenager was hired to carry out a public place shooting. Calls for a royal commission into the Bondi terror attack are becoming louder and harder for the Prime Minister to ignore. Today, more than 100 influential Australians weighed in, among them CEOs, politicians, lawyers and sports stars.
As a proud Jewish man and business leader, Alex Vinocourt feels a duty to fight for answers to Australia's worst ever terror attack.
The gravity of the situation and the seriousness of the situation, in my view, calls for the highest form of independent public inquiry.
The BetaShares CEO helped garner support from 138 prominent Aussies, who today added their voices to the chorus demanding a royal commission. Also on the list, billionaire James Packer, former RBA governors Philip Lowe and Glenn Stevens, Western Sydney University Chancellor Jennifer Westacott, Endeavour Group CEO Jane Herdlicker and Olympian Grant Hackett. In an open letter, they're urging the federal government to get to the root cause of anti-Semitism. This is a national crisis which requires a national response. This goes beyond politics. It's about the future of our country.
This is not the time for division. This is time for unity, and this is time for leadership.
Every day that passes, another victim, politician or leader pleads with the Prime Minister to abandon his independent inquiry. But Anthony Albanese is standing firm.
What is Anthony Albanese hiding, and why is he not responding to these calls?
People can want the same outcome but think that there are different ways of achieving that same outcome that might be more efficient.
Tiffany Genders, NBN News.
The Prime Minister is holding firm on a review into the Bondi attack instead of a royal commission. Federal politics reporter Connor McGovern explains the difference.
A federal royal commission is Australia's highest form of inquiry. They're established to investigate why certain events happen and are granted extraordinary powers to do so. Among them, the ability to compel witnesses, even the Prime Minister, to give evidence and hand over documents. So what's the difference between a royal commission and the review the government has committed to? Anthony Albanese claims royal commissions take too long, typically between 2 and 4 years. The inquiry into child sex abuse took 5, but Robodebt was just 11 months. Instead, the Prime Minister has called an independent review led by former spy boss Dennis Richardson. Mr Albanese insists this will deliver an urgent outcome by April. The Richardson review will look into the actions of law enforcement and intelligence agencies in the lead-up to the Bondi attack. But the idea of a review has been criticised because it lacks the power of a royal commission and will not specifically investigate anti-Semitism. Both a royal commission and independent review can only deliver recommendations. The federal government does not have to act on any findings.
A man in his 40s is now in a critical but stable condition at Sydney's Royal North Shore Hospital after landing on his head while diving into shallow water at Port Stephens yesterday afternoon. He suffered neck and spinal injuries in the incident and was airlifted to hospital in a serious condition by the Westpac rescue helicopter. A man has been charged after allegedly setting off flares which narrowly missed police and bystanders near Coffs Harbour Jetty. Officers were patrolling the area when the flares were ignited just after midnight on New Year's Day. They landed on a nature strip, sparking 2 small fires. The 43-year-old was bailed to face Coffs Harbour local court next week. A senior officer has been charged after a police car hit a pedestrian on the Mid-North Coast in 2024. It's alleged the sergeant was responding to a call for assistance just before 2 a.m. on January 5 when a 39-year-old woman was struck on Middleton Street in South Kempsey. She suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to John Hunter Hospital. The officer has now been charged with negligent driving causing grievous bodily harm. His employment is under review and he's set to face Taree Local Court in February. A health and wellness workshop near Byron Bay is helping thousands set their New Year intentions. The Starlight Festival at Bangalow is offering 4 days of markets, sound healing and spiritual workshops.
Welcoming in the first week of the new year with psychics, workshops and music. All things conscious living in Bangalow for the 30th annual Starlight Festival.
It's all about you, but also all about all of us together, evolving, growing, transforming.
The 4-day festival features 45 stall exhibitors with practitioners and specialists across a variety of fields, including massage, yoga, soulful food and healing.
We have over 120 presenters over the 4 days, and they're presenting what they've been working on and what they've mastered over years.
Pamela Chapana holding a stall showcasing her cacao from Peru.
When you drink cacao, cacao has the ability, we say that, to open our heart, and that's why people use it in a ceremonial way.
Sound healing also on offer, as well as breathwork sessions.
Conscious connected breathing, and that can create a lot of shifts energetically, emotionally for people.
With 2,000 people expected over the 4 days, organisers say Starlight allows participants to reflect on 2024 while setting intentions for the new year.
Everything from the very basics of hydration to spiritual and mental health are encompassed here.
The medicine is within us. Our human body and human mind has so much power and potential to create incredible change.
Monica Adair, NBN News.
Firefighters have spent the night cleaning up a crash on the Pacific Highway about 14 kilometres south of Nabiac. A car and caravan collided down Kalungalook Hill just before 10:30 last night. The caravan lost a wheel, spun out and landed facing in the wrong direction, separating from its base. Paramedics were called but were not required. Thankfully, no one was injured. Canberra's Running for Resilience movement is lacing up and heading to Newcastle. The event drawing hundreds of runners from across the state.
Limbering up for a run with newfound friends.
I'm new to Newcastle, so it's been a nice way to meet lots of people.
But Running for Resilience is not your average run club. The first chapter was co-founded by Canberra local Matt Breen after he lost his dad to suicide, with the aim to create a safe space for hard conversations.
He wanted to do something for people who are struggling. Anxiety and depression are by far the pandemic of the 21st century.
Newcastle psychologist Matteo Zingoni now ready to start the movement here, with a weekly 5-kilometre run, jog or walk from Customs House to Nobby's Breakwall and back. He's hopeful the social run can make a difference for locals' mental health.
Isolation and loneliness are the major risk factors for suicide and poor mental health, and if we can have an excuse to catch up with someone at least once a week. The running side obviously has puts you in an ideal position to socialise better, right?
Running for Resilience will officially launch here at Customs House next Wednesday at 6 p.m, and it's hoped this location will become the first of many across the Hunter. The venue backing the cause.
We'll put on some drinks, we'll have some food ready for the guys. I'm really excited to see it grow.
The sense of community and just the positive impact that this is already making among the group that we have has been great. So come along and get amongst it.
Risa Utama, NBN News.
And if you need help, you can contact Lifeline on 13 11 14. Taking a quick look at the weather across the region today. 24 the top at Coffs Harbour after a low of 18 overnight. 23 at Kempsey. 24 at Port Macquarie. Tamworth topped out at 34. Further north at Byron, the top was 24 after a low of 19. 22 at Lismore. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, a man fighting for life after he was found stabbed outside a Port Macquarie service station. Lachie Neale quits as the Brisbane Lions co-captain and he confirms his marriage is over. And a natural fit, the project connecting the King and Hollywood star Kate Winslet.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get the deal now. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Today's insights are tomorrow's lessons. Today's research will discover tomorrow's solutions. And today's students are tomorrow's front line. For ourselves, for others, and for our world. Southern Cross University, transforming tomorrow.
Sold to the young couple in the front.
A discounted rate for the life of your Westpac home loan package?
Okay, that was fun.
You guys look stuck.
Bit like trying to buy a bigger home.
You know Aussie brokers like Monica here
Hi, Monica.
can work out your budget before selling so you can get unstuck.
Chat to an Aussie broker today.
Feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me?
We've helped Australians for 100 years. Now we're helping protect and prepare them for the next 100.
News, recipes and more, all at your fingertips. We know good food. You can too.
A big Boxing Day sale with heaps in stock ready to go. Get up to 60% off selected mattresses and save up to 20% off selected bedroom furniture. And soon at OMF.
Just months ago, Lachie Neale was at the top of his AFL game, two-time Brownlow medal winner and co-captain of the Brisbane Lions. The 32-year-old today walking away from his leadership role, admitting his off-field actions have let his family down.
Raw emotion for a Lions leader, putting his pride on the shelf and some rumours to bed.
While I won't go into specifics, I can say that I've let my family down. And I apologise for my actions, which have hurt those closest to me. And for that, I am deeply sorry.
After weeks of speculation, finally breaking his silence, announcing the decision to step down as co-captain, effective immediately, in the midst of a public marriage breakdown.
I can confirm, though, that with regret, Jules and I have now separated. I'm extremely disappointed in my actions and the breakdown of my marriage, take full responsibility for it. So I understand that I'm a role model and I've probably let fans, not just of the Brisbane Lions, but of the AFL down.
A fall from grace that's played out online. Wife Jules taking to social media last month saying she had been betrayed in the most unimaginable way.
Do you have regrets about how this has played out?
Regrets about how what's played out. I think I've addressed what I need to, so I won't really talk about that too much more.
In a statement, the Brisbane Lions said being a captain comes with a high level of expectation and commitment to uphold club values and lead by example. Thanking Neil and agreeing it's now time to move forward with a fresh start.
The dual Brownlow medalist will see out the season here in Brisbane, committed to helping the club clinch an historic AFL Premiership three-peat.
I'm fully committed to putting everything I can into footy and can't wait to get into training and, looking forward to it.
The 32-year-old has had a stellar career, leading the Lions alongside co-skipper Harris Andrews for 3 seasons, guiding the club to 3 grand finals and back-to-back premierships. The Lion King now dethroned. McKenna Bailey, NBN News.
A 30-year-old man is in a critical condition after being stabbed in Port Macquarie. Police are now investigating the incident, which unfolded outside the mobile petrol station on Gordon Street at around 1:30 this morning. He was taken to Port Macquarie Hospital in a serious but stable condition, but has since been transferred to John Hunter Hospital. 2025 turned out to be a horror year on our roads, with fatigue and speeding key factors in fatalities. Cyclists were more vulnerable than ever before, but there is hope new technology is helping to stop one of the biggest distractions behind the wheel.
Red lights run from Liverpool to Rozelle. Traffic cameras catching dangerous near misses on Sydney streets.
If you T-bone somebody at speed in a crash in an intersection, then the likelihood is that you're going to kill someone.
The spotlight on risky driving as the road toll soars. 355 people were killed in crashes during 2025, 28 more than the year before.
We have to acknowledge that number and the impact that that has on fathers, sons, mothers, daughters, cousins, best friends, workmates who are not coming home.
The number of cyclist fatalities tripled from 5 to 15. More pedestrians and motorbike riders also fell victim. Speed is still the most common killer.
It's the casual speeding a couple of kilometres over, which can mean the difference between survival or a funeral.
Really concerning to the NRMA is fatigue. The number of people dying of fatigue continues to grow.
Among all these grim statistics, there is a beacon of hope. Mobile phone detection cameras are working.
We've seen a reduction in not just the offences, but also a reduction, pleasingly, in the trauma caused by that distraction.
But not all are deterred.
Like a driver on the M1 at Calgary, caught 3 times in 3 weeks at 110 kilometres an hour while on his mobile phone.
The message to drivers: take responsibility on the road. Liz Daniels, NBN News.
The King's lifelong goal of connecting humans with Mother Nature will be showcased in a brand new documentary called Finding Harmony, A King's Vision. The 90-minute film is narrated by actress Kate Winslet.
Our children and grandchildren will ask not what our generation said, but what it did.
The documentary will be released next month. Coming up next, it's a popular travel destination for Australians tonight, how Japan is dealing with a bear attack crisis. Donald Trump addresses questions over his health, and a thin blue line to feature heavily as the SCG turns pink.
Few sun-dried poms out here today. And the Aussies are feasting on anything fried. The English are not happy about it. Nothing new there, though. Oh, there's a chance gone begging. If it was a stone, he would have caught it. Watch out. Starkey's got that tender touch.
Fantastic Furniture's Boxing Day sale is now on. Save on favourites like the Harmony 3-seater shades, Toronto 6-seater dining table, and the Azalea Queen bed frame with storage. Thousands of deals only at Fantastic Furniture.
Fantastic.
Camping fishing is BCF fun. Exactly what that means will change for everyone. Bushweeds fun, crunching ice fun, worries none. Boating, camping, fishing is BCF fun. Hey!
What do you got?
Tuna milk. You?
2 litres of milk, bread, mince, self-raising flour, AA batteries and some baking paper.
That's a bit of a weird lunch.
Very weird.
Today's visionaries will become tomorrow's leaders. And today's research will discover tomorrow's solutions. For ourselves, for others, and for our world. Southern Cross University. Transforming tomorrow.
With thousands of listings, even off market.
Ooh. Find your next property with Aussie.
Cancer involves a commitment to recovery that can take you far from home. A third of youth cancer patients are from regional Australia. Travel for treatment is costly but critical. Donate to Sony Foundation Australia's You Can Stay program. $100 funds 1 night of accommodation at Quest Apartment Hotels for regional youth cancer patients. Help us say you can stay.
At Audica, we believe life's better when you can hear it, which is why we provide expert hearing care tailored to your needs. Audica, your hearing is our expertise.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses and adjustable bases. Temper 1 Smart Cool 20cm mattress only $1,999. Bedroom furniture priced to clear. Lennox Queen Bed only $579. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Invest in things that matter to you today to start building your tomorrow. With the Westlawn Income Fund and as little as $10,000, you could earn up to 6% per annum on a 24-month investment. What are you investing in?
Japan is in crisis after an unprecedented wave of bear attacks, many of them deadly. The military has been called in and some unusual methods deployed as the government tries everything it can to keep humans and the animals apart.
In the peaceful forests of Japan, danger is lurking. This now the country's front line against bears. The land of the rising sun facing a surge in attacks, like this one on an 82-year-old woman pounced on during her morning walk in the country's north. This man survived an attack in his own garage. The bear tore off a piece of his earlobe. I thought I was going to be killed, he said. Since April this year, at least 13 people have been killed and more than 200 injured. 88 of those attacks were in October alone. The animals have been spotted in northern ski towns and southern villages, and even on the outskirts of cities including Tokyo and Kyoto. The surge in incidents prompting a travel warning from the US, Canada and China. Our primary goal is protecting our residents, this mayor says. The bear population in Japan has risen in recent years and reportedly exceeds 50,000. The increasing encounters attributed partly to climate change, forcing bears out of the forests into residential areas. Local and federal governments now on a bear blitz. The historical village and tourist attraction of Shirakawa raising awareness after a Spanish tourist was attacked. From putting up signs to encouraging residents to carry bells.
So we actually asking tourists to actually do not litter anything, like pick up all the trash and take it.
Other towns have called in reinforcements, bringing in soldiers to install traps and using barking drones, which launch firecrackers to frighten bears away. But national debate has sparked around the ethics of killing the bears, the government amending its strict gun laws to make it easier for hunters and police.
Emergency shooting allows municipalities to authorise the firing of hunting rifles.
Hibernation, the short-term solution for some, as snow continues falling across parts of Japan. But it's a problem only set to reawaken come spring. Shelley Doyle, NBN News.
Just hours after ringing in the new year, New York City has sworn in a new mayor, Zoran Mamdani becoming not only the first Muslim to hold the position, but the first African-born and South Asian mayor. At 34 years old, he's also the youngest in a century. US President Donald Trump has spoken about his age and energy levels as he tries to dismiss scrutiny of his health. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, the 79-year-old claims frequent bruising on his hands comes from taking too much aspirin. Trump is also rejecting the idea he's fallen asleep in meetings and disclosed he had a CT scan, not an MRI, during a health checkup last year. There's a major spike in the number of people contracting a powerful, fast-spreading strain of the flu, putting hospital emergency departments under pressure. Here's Gabriella Rogers with the details.
It's highly unusual at this time of year to see as many Australians affected by the flu. In the past 3 months, more than 105,000 cases have been reported. That's 5 times worse than the previous year. At the same time in 2024, there were only 20,000 cases.
The thing about influenza is we need to consider isolating those patients from others, especially with our current cohort of transplant patients and immunosuppressed patients. So it definitely affects our flow through emergency and puts some extra pressure in that regard.
The blame is being put on this new strain of influenza A, H3N2, a variant called subclade K. It's already led to early outbreaks in the Northern Hemisphere, and now the US is bearing the brunt. And while it's being dubbed the super flu, experts say there is no evidence the new variant is more dangerous, and it's still best to be vaccinated.
Outside of that, I think it's just being sensible. If you are feeling unwell, I guess make sure you're not going to be in contact with the elderly, go visit people in the nursing home, be respectful and wear a mask.
Antiviral medication can also be given within 72 hours of symptoms starting.
Friday finance now, and the share market clawed back early losses in the first trading session of 2026. The exchange starting the year in positive territory, despite investors losing confidence in tech companies. Energy firms were among the top performers, and the big banks also ended the day stronger. The Aussie dollar was up, buying 66 US cents, 56 euro cents, and 49 British pence. Hospitality experts believe weight loss drugs like Ozempic are changing the way we eat at cafes and restaurants. Big meals are becoming less appealing as more Australians turn to appetite suppressants to shed unwanted kilos. No longer able to stomach a full meal, entrees and sides are popular instead, with desserts quickly falling off the menu. The Sydney Cricket Ground is preparing to turn its signature shade of pink for their final Ashes test, but fans are being warned of increased security at the stadium in the wake of the Bondi terror attack.
2 days until the first ball, splashes of pink are already taking over the SCG. Cancer patients and nurses shoulder to shoulder ahead of the 18th pink test.
When everyone comes together, you can create something pretty special.
45-year-old Rachel Schumacher was diagnosed with stage 3 bowel cancer in September. She's undergoing chemotherapy with McGrath nurse Sarah Gerdovich by her side.
They're just a different breed of nurses who can check in with the girls at any time if you've got any questions or feeling unsettled.
Very early on in Rachel's treatment journey, she really wanted to make it to a wedding. That's so rewarding to know that we can help people, do the things that they want to do.
The McGrath Foundation hoping to keep that support going, setting its highest ever fundraising goal.
480,000 virtual pink seats, which means 8,000 families across this great country of ours will have the support of a McGrath cancer care nurse.
The virtual seats already for sale, able to be personalised and shared on social media. The cause boosted by fundraising on the ground for Jane McGrath Day on Tuesday, but only if players can buck the current trend and make it to a third day of play.
You had a word with them?
Yeah, I'll have a chat to the groundsman as well. And with all the issues in the world at the moment and here in Australia, have an event like this, which is about hope and about celebration of life and bringing people together no matter where you're from or who you are,
The tragedy a couple of suburbs over in Bondi won't be far from anybody's mind here come Sunday. Cricket Australia is working on a way to honour our first responders on day one. Like the Boxing Day test, there'll be ramped up police presence at the SCG.
And we'd encourage everyone to arrive early because there'll be 100% bag search, wanding.
Helene Lambetsos, NBN News.
All right, well, time for sport now with Montanna Clare. Montana, not surprisingly, all eyes will be on the SCG.
Good evening, Tyson. Yes, everyone is desperate to avoid another 2-day disaster after the one in Melbourne. Coming up, the curator gives his view on what we can expect on Sunday. And Nick Kyrgios reveals his Australian Open wish as he touches down for the summer of tennis.
Hey Narelle, what's the opposite of a wrongin'? Saving $315 is what? Just ask a UE customer, Matt.
That's right, Ed. I switched to UE and I saved $315 on my car insurance.
$315? How's that?
Don't know, I just called them.
Must have been bowled over. Narelle, look out. This is my mystery ball. Oh, goodness. Whoa, she's out. Shove around, try UE. Good. That's silly mid-camera.
UE, you insured. There's bedroom furniture, outdoor and more. Must end Sunday at Amart.
That's not a smudge. That's a smudge of honour. A smudge that says I don't need to pay someone else to service my car. I can do it myself and save heaps. At Super Cheap Autos, get your hands dirty super sale. Nothing dirty about saving money. Make it super.
It's Tank World's up to 50% off clearance sale. Save up to 50% off our entire range of slimline tanks and Tank World pumps from 330 to 5,000 litres. More stock must go, 10 days only. Think Tank World, 1-800-68-69-70.
Discover the world the Viking way. Small ships with no kids and no casinos.
Viking's Explorer sale is on now. Your companion flies free, upgrade to business class or sail for less. See your Viking travel advisor or book now at Viking.com.
Introducing Soft Sitter, the amazing supportive and flexible gel cushion that makes any seat super comfy. Soft Sitter provides stability for good posture and absorbs pressure, keeping you comfortable and supported all day. Buy now at these leading retailers.
Unexpected smells? Panasonic Air Conditioning's Nano EX technology neutralizes odors, so your home always smells nice and ready for guests. Happiness is a fresh home. Happiness is Panasonic Air Conditioning.
Suspense is chilling.
Looks like another cold case, Sarge.
Oh, no wonder she's frozen stiff. Check out the cost of her car and home insurance renewals.
Time to melt these rates with award-winning cover.
And the comfort of knowing that Budget Direct paid out over $1.5 billion on claims in the last 12 months.
Oh, thanks.
Do yourself a favour, quote with Budget Direct first.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
Today's insights are tomorrow's lessons. Today's research will discover tomorrow's solutions. And today's students are tomorrow's front line. For ourselves, for others, and for our world. Southern Cross University, transforming tomorrow.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Hot deals on LG smart TVs like this 77-inch OLED, now $3,651. Hot deal on this Hisense French door fridge, now under $1,400. Save over $300 on Dyson purifying fan, under $650. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Usman Khawaja's hopes of ending his career on a high in Sydney were given a boost today, with the curator insisting there will be runs on offer on the SCG pitch. That will be music to the ears of all the batters after the 2-day MCG debacle.
Usman Khawaja called stumps on his storied career today.
My journey has been different than a lot of the other cricketers in the Australian cricket team, and now they're finally saying that I'm retiring. Yeah, everyone's got to go through it, but it's never easy. No matter, even though I knew it was coming, it's still not easy to say.
But there is still one job left before retirement: scoring runs at the SCG. That task should be assisted with the green tinge starting to disappear from the pitch.
You want to see green tinge in 3 days out. I'm really comfortable where we're sitting. I think with the rolling and a bit of sun tomorrow, draw the moisture out of the plant, I think we're in a good spot.
Last year's Sydney Test was over in under 3 days. That's been taken into account with the preparation of this wicket.
We've taken a little bit out of it this year and we've just gone down a mill with grass height.
Australia is yet to settle on its team. Bo Webster is still being considered to replace Cameron Green as the all-rounder, while Todd Murphy has been revealed as England's #1 target.
And that's the mantra of our team, is to try and put pressure on people, and Todd's a very good bowler, but I can envisage us, trying to put some pressure on him.
The tourists have taken a lot from winning Melbourne's 2-day test.
It's always nice to get a win and to prove to yourselves that you can do it. So I think we can definitely take that forward for sure, yeah.
The battle for the Ashes urn is over, but the scoreline of this series could decide how many English survive.
I think there's a big difference to that just internally in the group. I think that just shows a lot about our group and how united we are. If we can put up a good performance this week, I think that says a lot about us as a group.
Sam Jordan, NBN News.
Australian T20 captain Mitch Marsh has suddenly found form in the Big Bash, blasting an entertaining century for the Perth Scorchers against the Hurricanes in Hobart. He was also a menace to spectators, this fan losing half his beer while fending off a Marsh rocket aimed in his direction. Marsh finished with 102 from 58 balls in the Scorchers' hefty total of 3 for 229. They finished up winning by 40 runs. Nick Kyrgios says he's only playing tennis for fun at this point in his career and feels no pressure to win titles. Still, the former Wimbledon finalist has told Australian Open organisers he'd love a wild card into his home Grand Slam.
Nick Kyrgios, back home, healthy and hitting for fun.
My goals are just to get out there and enjoy myself. I don't really owe anything to anyone at this point in my career. Got nothing left to prove, to be honest.
The 30-year-old summer starts at the Brisbane International, but he already has an eye on the Australian Open, hoping he's given the thumbs up for a wild card.
Oz Open would always be an absolute blessing to play. That's one of our 4 best tournaments, so if I'm able to play that would be great.
Venus Williams has been handed one of the wild cards. At 45, she'll become the oldest player to feature in an AO women's draw, 28 years since her first appearance at the tournament. Iga Swiatek wasn't even born then, but at 24, she's already on the verge of cementing herself as an all-time great.
The Australian Open, the last Grand Slam that you need to win to get that career Grand Slam, just how strong is that desire?
Yeah, the desire is strong, but I try to take it easy. Thank you for helping me.
Sorry about that.
A breakthrough Wimbledon triumph on her least favourite surface last year has the world #2 believing a title down under is imminent.
Winning Wimbledon was super unexpected for me. It kind of proved that the best things will happen when you least expect them.
Team Poland begins its United Cup campaign against Germany on Monday. Australia has its first tie against Norway tomorrow. Maya Joint is battling illness and will need a doctor's clearance to play. 2 of her teammates are playing a love game off-court. Jason Kubler and Maddie Inglis both wearing green and gold 2 weeks after getting engaged.
I didn't anticipate the hour leading up to it. I was so nervous, that was crazy. It felt like we were on a first date again, so very happy I did it, very happy Maddie said yes.
The United Cup started in Perth today, Argentina winning both of their singles matches against Spain. Luke Duffy, NBN News.
After the break, Liverpool's Premier League title defence takes another hit.
Say hello to Pillow Cube Kids, the playful pal by day and the cozy, comfy pillow by night. The magical unicorn loves rainbows and dreams, and the daring dinosaur is awesome. Buy now at these leading retailers.
Noosa is a dream, and this is your chance to win a $13.9 million Happy Noosa New Year. Overlooking Sunshine Beach, this home is your private wellness retreat with breathtaking ocean views. And it includes $250,000 of gold to live your dream Noosa life. Supporting veterans and families with $5 tickets. Search Dream Home Art Union today.
Don't let cleaning make you crazy. Bring back the wow with the ultra easy indoor cleaning tools from Karcher.
When you're so close to the beach, the Bolo at Evans Head is the place to be. Family-friendly dining and entertainment, an irresistible pizza bar, kids' play zone, and Beachies, our outdoor fun park. Visit, stay, play, and dine at the Bolo.
That's $250 for the night.
How? I paid $370.
Trivago.
Well, what if I like to use my loyalty rate?
It's on Trivago.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites so you can save up to 30%. Hotel Trivago.
Those aren't smudges. They're smudges of honour. The pride of having spotless brakes thanks to the Bendix brake cleaner you got for half price because you bought 3 or more in our Get Your Hands Dirty Super Sale. Yeah, that's not spotless. Make it super. Super cheap auto.
I lost the love of my life and thought it was the end. Turns out it was just the beginning. I'm not insane, I'm just romantic. Yeah.
Everybody loves a succulent barbecue burger, the easy family favourite that tastes like summer. And this week, Woolworths Angus quarter-pound beef burgers 454-gram 4-packs are now just $7.50 each. Save $1.50 from the fresh food people.
No child should feel their best effort isn't enough. Don't let poverty take another school year from Ava. Sponsor a child today.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance with hot deals on a huge range of furniture. Cosmo 3-piece fabric recliner lounge suite only $17.94. Amazing deal. Whitehaven 9-piece rectangular dining suite just $17.93. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Go!
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Half-yearly clearance on now. Best brands, best range, best prices.
Another stumble for Liverpool in its Premier League title defence, drawing 0-0 with Leeds United, snapping the Reds' 3-game winning run. Manchester City also drew 0-0 against Sunderland to remain 4 points behind ladder leaders Arsenal. Tottenham also sharing the points with Brentford, finishing 0-0. Pressure is mounting on the Wanderers and coach Alan Stargic, their winless run extending to 5 matches after a 1-0 loss to MacArthur. The defeat leaving the Wanderers in second last on the ladder, just 1 point ahead of the Mariners, who have a game in hand over Western Sydney. The Jets have rocketed up the A-League ladder to 5th following their 3-1 win over Auckland. Yesterday's performance in New Zealand was one of Newcastle's gutsiest to date, but the victory has come at a cost. An injury, 3 goals and a red card. The opening 20 minutes of the Jets' clash against Auckland was nothing short of dramatic.
Lost for words, going down a man early, but, we never gave up. We always fought to the last minute. As you see, we keep going and we get that goal in the end, it's just cherry on top.
Newcastle forced to defend their early 2-1 lead with just 10 men for more than 70 minutes. That steely resolve tested even further when they were reduced to 9 due to injury and all out of subs. But against all odds, the Jets took flight.
Can Rose get there? Lachlan Rose and the Newcastle Jets!
The momentous win nearly spoiled by the referee's whistle. The initial offside call leaving coach Mark Milligan reeling on the sidelines before it was reviewed.
Taken away, but given back to Lachlan Rose.
I didn't even know what was going on. I started celebrating, stopped celebrating, started again, but I don't know, maybe I need to clear up on the rules again.
Newcastle now 3 for 3 in New Zealand and still the only team to defeat Auckland this season.
Well, they play really well, they play good football, they've scored the most goals in the league and you saw that again today.
But the win has come at a cost. Attacker Alex Battlelardo underwent scans on his knee today. Christian Branco will be sent for scans on Monday and Max Cooper will serve out a 1-match suspension for his indirect red card. Hundreds of racegoers flocked to Manning Valley Race Club for the Harrington Cup today, where local favourite Mellencamp thrilled the crowd with a stellar performance. The event marked the first race day of the year, kicking off a busy and exciting month for the Jockey Club.
From thrilling finishes to perfect track conditions, it was a busy day at Manning Valley Race Club, the Harrington Cup offering full fields across all 8 races.
Things are looking absolutely fantastic for today. The weather's perfect, the track's in perfect order.
Hundreds of racing fans turned out to watch Tari's own Mellencamp set the pace early, claiming the first win of the day. The 6-year-old gelding was ridden to success by Lismore Small, kicking off the season in style. The excitement didn't stop there. In the second race, Agent Max crossed the line first, showing plenty of early promise. The 3-year-olds, trained by Port Macquarie's Gay Ball and guided by jockey Luke Rolls, delighted the crowd with a strong finish. Across the day, close to 100 horses were nominated, with more than $200,000 in prize money on offer, making it one of the busiest race meetings of the year. The Harrington Cup also marks the first race meeting of 2026 for Tari, setting the tone for a packed month of racing.
We've got 3 meetings in the month of January, so it's a very busy month for Tari, and also the track is running beautifully too.
Monica Adair, NBN News.
And Tyson, that is our look at sport.
Thanks, Montana. Stay with us after the break. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead with all the local weather details.
DIY snake removal gone wrong. More Aussies tackling them and getting bitten.
A bite from them can kill you.
Join me at 7.
Save on tyres, save on batteries, save on safety checks, and save on servicing.
The Snooze Super Summer Sale is on now. Save up to 50% off selected mattresses. Plus, for limited time only, take an extra 10% off selected mattresses on already reduced prices. Sale on now.
What a little snooze can do.
The Big Four promise big things when it comes to your business dreams. But when it comes to helping you make it, you need big to go bigger. With a range of products for any business, any size, join the award-winning bank that's bigger. For you, Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
Introducing Soft Sitter, the amazing supportive and flexible gel cushion that makes any seat super comfy. Soft Sitter provides stability for good posture and absorbs pressure, keeping you comfortable and supported all day. Buy now at these leading retailers.
What a hotel, and only $370 a night on my favourite site.
What? You didn't check Trivago?
I got mine for $250. Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 30%.
You didn't check Trivago?
Hotel Trivago.
McCain, born to share.
You guys look stuck.
Bit like trying to buy a bigger home.
You know Aussie brokers like Monica here
Hi, Monica.
can work out your budget before selling so you can get unstuck.
Chat to an Aussie broker today.
Stay tuned.
It's go time! The BCFing Boxing Day sale is on now. Sleep off the leftovers with this Wanderer Queen airbed. Yeah, only $69.99. That's better than half price. Sale on now. BCF and fun, hey!
When the pollen count is high, your home should still feel fresh. Panasonic's Nano EX technology inhibits allergens, so you can breathe easy at home all season long. Happiness is purified fresh air. Happiness is Panasonic Air Conditioning.
Crowd starting to build on what promises to be a riveting game of cricket. Billy charging in from the Supreme end. Oh, he's middled that straight towards those Leader and Supreme bands. The crowd's loving it. Good times with Leader and Supreme bands.
Plenty of showers across the region today, and it's looking quite unsettled for the weekend as well, with storms likely. On the satellite, and a monsoonal low is still impacting large parts of North Queensland, with the rainfall starting to move south. Cloud along the coast is bringing some showers to eastern parts. Tomorrow, deepening troughs will likely see storms fire up across northern New South Wales, some severe, and there'll also be more torrential rain across the tropics. Quite unsettled for our Friday, temps around the mid-20s across the northern rivers and southeast Queensland. 24 at Byron, Ballina topped out at 25 degrees. 23 the top at Yamba, further north on the Gold Coast. 26, while Coolangatta reached 27 degrees. Tomorrow, a few lingering showers, mainly dry along the coast, but we could see some rain further inland. 26 at Ballina after a low of 18 overnight. Topping out at 26 at Yamba, Tenterfield should reach 25, but likely to see some storm activity there. Grafton, 28, 28 also at Tweed Heads. Coastal waters information now sees 1 metre with a 1.5 metre swell off the Gold Coast, similar conditions off the Byron Coast. For the Byron Coast, the sun is up at 5:53. It will set at 10 to 8. For the Gold Coast, 4:54 is the sunrise, and it will set at 6:47. Wind south-southeasterly. The morning low at 1:06, and again in the afternoon at about 2:45. Taking a look at the 7-day outlook now for the Tweed Heads, and partly cloudy for the next few days. Some showers likely on Tuesday and Wednesday, but Thursday is looking fine and sunny. Ballina, showers likely tomorrow and also on Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy on Wednesday and Thursday. Lismore, we should see some storms move in early next week, up to 6 mils of rain likely on Monday, with showers persisting for most of the week. And for Grafton, storms on Sunday and also on Monday. We have breaking news now, and it's understood at least 2 workers are right now trapped at a coal mine at Blackwater in central Queensland. Emergency crews at the Curragh mine site are working to retrieve them about 1 kilometre underground from the mine. And that is NBN News for this Friday. Current Affair is up next, and we'll have updates throughout the evening. Thanks for your company, and from all the team here, good night.